The Alaska Highway has long symbolized the unique friendship and cooperation between the United States and Canada, connecting Alaska to the lower 48 and serving as a lifeline for commerce and community. But on August 11, 2025, that symbol of unity is under threat. British Columbia's sudden imposition of a steep toll on U.S. commercial trucks has turned this historic route into a source of friction and economic pain. The $750 Canadian fee, introduced without consultation, is seen by Alaskans as a punitive tax targeting their most vulnerable supply chain. The highway, once a bridge between allies, now feels like a barrier, testing the foundation of a historic alliance and straining the economic ties that bind Alaska to the rest of the U.S. As tensions rise, both nations must confront the reality that the road built for defense now divides friends in a battle of economic wills. To understand today's crisis, we must look back to World War II, when the Alaska Highway was born out of urgent necessity. After Pearl Harbor, the US and Canada joined forces to build a secure overland route connecting Dawson Creek, British Columbia, to Delta Junction, Alaska, in less than a year. Over 10,000 US Army soldiers, including segregated African American regiments, and Canadian workers braved brutal conditions to carve a 400-mile road through wilderness. Their sacrifice forged not just a road, but a lasting bond between two nations. The highway became a monument to solidarity and a triumph of international cooperation. That legacy of unity makes today's dispute all the more troubling. Since its construction, the Alaska Highway has evolved into Alaska's primary land-based supply route. It delivers everything from groceries to medical equipment, making it essential for daily life and economic stability. Disruptions ripple through the state, delays halt construction, idle equipment, and raise prices on store shelves. For Alaskans, the highway is more than infrastructure. It's a symbol of connection and resilience in a remote, challenging land. Rising transportation costs directly impact family budgets and the cost of living. The road's cultural significance is profound, a rite of passage and a reminder of Alaska's link to the rest of the U.S. Now, that vital connection is threatened by a new financial barrier. Harmony along the Alaska Highway shattered when British Columbia imposed a $750 toll on U.S. commercial trucks, catching Alaskan officials and businesses off guard. For small trucking companies, the fee is devastating, wiping out profits and forcing some drivers to refuse Alaskan loads altogether. Shipping costs have soared, and Alaskans are already seeing higher prices for food and building materials. The toll feels like a direct assault on household budgets in a state where affordability is always a challenge. More than economic pain, the move has wounded the spirit of trust and cooperation that define the highway's legacy. The lack of consultation is seen as a sign of disrespect, replacing partnership with adversity. The highway, once a symbol of unity, now stands as a financial blockade straining one of the world's closest alliances. British Columbia defends the toll as a fair way to offset the high costs of maintaining a remote, heavily used road. Officials argue that BC taxpayers have long subsidized a route serving mostly U.S. commercial interests. The fee, they say, is a user charge to ensure those who profit from the highway help pay for its upkeep. But Alaskans and U.S. leaders see it as a punitive tax, targeting a small, captive supply chain and violating the spirit of cross-border cooperation. They argue the highway is an essential link, not a foreign road, and that the toll weaponizes geography against Alaska's economy. For Alaskans, this is about survival, not just infrastructure funding. The policy is viewed as a breach of historic agreements and decades of peaceful trade. Resolving the toll crisis requires moving past blame and finding a solution that addresses both BC's infrastructure needs and Alaska's economic survival. A joint US-Canada infrastructure fund could share maintenance costs and eliminate the need for sudden crippling tolls. Any future user fees should be modest, predictable, and developed collaboratively, not as political weapons. Open consultation with all stakeholders is essential to rebuild trust and ensure fairness. The Alaska Highway was built as a testament to alliance. Today's leaders must draw on that legacy. By choosing cooperation over conflict, the US and Canada can restore trust and keep the highway a bridge, not a barrier.